Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
A pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to High School Hoops on IndianaSRN. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach, Keith Myers. So pleased you've chosen to spend part of your Friday night with us. We've got a great one for you as the 8th-ranked in Class 1A Tindley Tigers travel on the road to take on the Heritage Christian Eagles of Class 2A. The Tigers come into tonight's contest at 10-5 on the season. Winners of 5 of their last 6, featuring wins over Lafayette, Jeff, Cecina, and Tech. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they're winners of 4 of their last 6, featuring wins over Heron, Lebanon, and Shortridge, most recently losing to Covenant Christian in the City Alliance finals, or quarterfinals, as I bring Coach into the fray. Coach, this is a Heritage Christian team that can operate on a number of different levels. Traditionally, though, they like to kind of slow things down a bit. On the Tigers side of things, for Tindley, they're a fast-paced team. Kind of an unstoppable force meets an immovable object matchup tonight. Where do you think this one's going to go pacing-wise?
If I'm coaching this game, I'm going to take 32 passes before I shoot a shot. In all seriousness, I would take time off the clock, and I would shorten the length of the quarters. Now, when you do that, if you hit the shots, you're in good shape. You miss the shot long, and they get a rebound, and they're on a fast break. You can only do that a couple of times, and then you got to get back into a rhythm. But to start this game, I would take my time to take as much time off the clock each possession just to see how we go. Who knows? I don't think you can outrun Tindley because I think Tindley runs really, really well. But I think you may be able to pass through waters. For Tindley, when you look at their schedule, the big win that jumps off the page is that victory when they hosted Lafayette Jeff back on January 16th. This is a Class 1A ball club. What is it that you see, though, from this program that is different than your traditional 1A school? Pure athletes, very good athletes, very good high IQ athletes, and kids that just want to get up and down the floor. And you got to remember, too, Jimmy, these kids have to maintain a 3.5 grade point average to be even in this basketball game. So not only are they great basketball minds, but they're great student athletes, and they represent their community well. That makes it an all-around team, and it makes Coach Diller's job a lot easier to deal with kids in that nature than having some kids that may not be as fortunate with the IQ or the ability to play as well as these kids at Tindley. The Lafayette Jeff game surprises me because you and I had Lafayette Jeff, and we saw a Mr. Basketball candidate that is outstanding, and they held him only to 25 points. Now, we say that, but he averages about 33, so they did a pretty good job against that team.
This Heritage Christian team, we mentioned, comes in 6-3. The majority of the makeup on this roster is sophomore and juniors. We have mentioned this a couple times this season that a year ago they were working to replace almost all of their scoring, almost all of their rebounding, almost all of their assist makers and playmakers. This year's team, while maybe ahead of expectations, still feels like while they could make a run this year, they're probably a year away from being where they truly want to be. Yeah, now a coach will never admit that to you, right? But in deep corners and coaches talking just coaches, that's exactly what he's thinking. He's thinking that his sophomores, if they get – and what helps them is the rest of their schedule is a pretty tough schedule, and then they play a pretty tough sectional. That gets you ready for next year. But if you have that glimpse of the light bulb came on, you never know. You could run the table here and maybe be fortunate to win your sectional. Let's take a look at the – setup from John Harrell's Indiana High School basketball. Both of these teams ranked inside the top 20 in their respective class rankings via Sagarin. Third in the Sagarin rankings is Tindley in Class 1A, 72nd overall. Heritage Christian 15th in Class 2A, 94th overall. Last outing for both these teams, Victory College Prep victory for Tindley, 69-52. Heritage, we mentioned, losing to Covenant Christian, 81-46. Opponents' records combined, 104-82. Tindley's opponents, Heritage Christian, 68-49. The series in the last 35 years has gone to Tindley 5-3. Their last meeting took place just about a year ago. It was a thrashing by Tindley. They defeated Heritage Christian 61-48. Interestingly enough, John Harrell's predictions, sometimes they're right on the mark, other times they're off the wall, but tonight, a one-point game, and not only that, a one-point Heritage win. Yeah, I'm really surprised with that. But, you know, you are playing at home. You are playing at home. You're back in friendly confines. My magic number tonight, 55. Whoever gets to 55 first wins this thing. While we stand by for the national anthem, which I expect they might pray as well here, we'll hold that thought for a second. I was going to ask you, which will come back with this in a moment, which players on Heritage Christian have impressed you so far to this point in the season. We'll also dive a little bit deeper into the play of Tindley and then look at coaches' keys to the game. Stay with us. It's Tindley versus Heritage Christian on IndianaSRN.
What's the number one misconception you think about Freemasonry?
Well, I think most people just think of Freemasonry as some kind of secret society, and you go with some of the rumors out there and so on, and they really don't understand who we are. They don't understand that we are a fraternity of brothers first, and our obligation is to take care of each other and our widows and orphans, etc. within our group. They don't understand what the fraternity part of Freemasonry really is. And that's the misconception that's out there. I think first and foremost of anyone that wants to join Freemasonry, I'd like them to know that it's really not a secret society. You may say it's a society with a secret because we have some handshakes and some passwords that you could easily find out in a library if you get the right book. Freemasonry is more, it's a brotherhood, it's a fraternity, it's a way of sharing common thoughts and everything with people of all different vocations that really understand of getting together on the level. Whether you're a judge or a police officer or a janitor, you're all on the same level when you're in a Masonic lodge room. And I think that's one of the greatest things, that you can sit with people of all vocations, but you have that certain thing in common, that you're all brothers.
Hey, it's Keith Myers from Indiana Sports Radio Network. Well, thank you that you're watching the game tonight on IndianaSRN. If you would like to know more information about IndianaSRN, send me an email, coach@indianasrn.org. As vice president of this company,
We hope that you sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
Welcome back to Heritage Christian High School. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach Keith Myers as starters are announced via the in-game announcer at Heritage Christian. Let's take a look at coach's keys to the game. Coach.
Yeah, for Tindley, they just need a fast-paced game. Up and down they want to go. They want to shoot with a very good percentage tonight. They want to get every 50-50 ball, but they want to make baskets and to churn those 50-50 balls and cost you to score on those turnovers. For Heritage Christian, they want to eliminate, and they got to find their shooters. And what I mean by eliminate, the shooters got to get the ball, then they got to make contact, block out, and hold them to one shot. You cannot turn the ball over. They are too quick. They have fast feet. They have fast hands. And then take your time. No quick shots. As we talked to you today, it's about winning this game is how this pace will go. McLemore.
I wrote it down so you could just point to it, but that's fine also.
Sorry about that.
There's a look at the starters out there from our look at the Heritage Christian huddle. We have Miles Colvin out there along with Bryce Riggle. John McLemore as well. Miles Colvin getting the start, and Jack Belt rounding out the Eagles in the traditional home whites. The maroon jerseys on display for Tindley. We'll hit their starters in a minute. Darian Davis out there, along with Jaden Pinkston, Antonio Robinson, and Billy Brown. Ball is tapped and failed by all parties involved.
That's when the referee takes the whistle out of his mouth and go, okay, we'll try one more time.
We'll try it again. Ball is tapped, won by Tindley. We're underway tonight's first quarter, sponsored by Morales Group. Billy Brown, the sophomore, controls at the top. Matched up with McLemore. Pinkston over to Brown. Good defense so far by Heritage Christian. Very active on all sides. Pinkston thought about a triple. Now it gives to Aaron Humphrey Jr. Brown to Davis. Back to Brown for three. It's good. Billy Brown draws first blood for the Tigers, 3-0.
Leaves off the way he started the city tournament.
Shoots it at about a 29% clip from down there, courtesy of Max Preps. McLemore controls. Colvin will try to answer for three. That's long. Board easily won by Davis. Brown finds Humphrey Jr. Great close out there by Wiggins. Beautiful cut. Layup is there. They beat Colvin to it. Darian Davis with the layup.
Tell you what, the three-point shot might have been too quick, but now you got to play defense, and now you need a basket. You can just can't fall too far behind these guys.
Tindley averages about 65 a game. Heritage gives up 59 a contest. So you're exactly right. You can't afford to get into a track meet with them. As an aggressive drive there by Bryce Riggle, he lost the basketball and committed a loose ball foul as well. Here's a Billy Brown triple a second ago.
I mean, look at him setting his feet. Nice pass, entry, and that's just pure shooting. That's how I looked in the horse line today.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. I won.
Seemed like a picture perfect.
Debbie was not on tonight.
Spitting image there. Davis gives over to Brown. At the top of this man-to-man look. Floater up. Won't go. Davis followed the shot, though. A power dribble. And muscles his way for two. 7-0. All Tigers. About 2 minutes into this first quarter. Coach, how have you evaluated Heritage at this point?
Well, they haven't really got in the offensive mode as well as I think Coach wants them to be. This is a nice move.
Colvin's got in too deep. Quickly up the floor come the Tigers. Robinson, no friendly roll for him. Davis saves it right to Brown. And it's stolen away. Now we're off to the races. Colvin thinking slam time, throws it down with two hands. Miles Colvin with the flush.
I think I can handle that.
Eagles on the board. Much needed basket for Heritage Christian. How do they answer defensively? Humphrey Jr. says there will be no answer. 9-2 Tigers. So far, Tindley beating them on all sides. Colvin, beautiful feed. Found Wiggins, kick out. 3 is good for McLemore.
And that's what you need, that extra pass, set his feet, nice basket.
Layup is true. Another dominant post possession for Darian Davis. He's got 6. Lead is 6. Got to find an answer down low defensively, Coach.
I think you do. And really what has done, they double team that screen, leaves that guy wide open.
Wiggins will try from the elbow. Had nobody around him but left it short. Might have rushed it there. Zone look now for Heritage. At the top, Pinkston. Dribble drive. Can't turn it home, but he'll shoot 2. Take a look back at the Colvin jam.
Just authority.
He knew right about when he crossed half court, he was going to try to slam it. Had the space, had the step, measured himself, and threw it down.
McLemore's 3 right here, Jimmy. Set his feet, follow through. Nice.
Pretty stroke there. Foul was on Jack Belt. Free throws are split there by Pinkston. Colvin again forcing the issue, contorts his body, missed it. Second chance. No, halfway down and then out. Almost got the board again, but it's won by the Tigers.
Boy, that's so frustrating because that spin ball just came right out of there.
I will say this, Pinkston gives the Davis right side 3 for Humphrey Jr. is good. He's got 5. Big time knockdown, 15-5 to score. I was going to say I was proud of Colvin, though, because he did not commit a frustration foul after that miss.
And he stayed with the shot. That's exactly right. Good point. Last year he would have committed that foul. That's he's a sophomore learning.
Belt looking for some movement, puts it on the deck, and is foul. Darian Davis will pick up the first foul of the game for him. There'll be 2 shots upcoming for the senior in Belt. Ten-point advantage for Tindley. First free throw good for Belt. The 3rd different Eagle to score. Conversely, 4 different Tigers are in the scorebook already. Still very much within striking distance in this first quarter of the Eagles.
Yeah, that's plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Despite the quality play.
Last night we had a 19-point lead with 4 minutes to go in the game, and it was a 1-point game. So
Brown from the parking lot left it short. Belt pushing ahead. First look at A.J. Neal. McLemore. Skip pass. Jonathan Dorsch also in the game. Great story of him being a sophomore on the JV team last year, then getting scooped up midway through the season, making an impact. Belt, not that time. Brown, trying to find some openings in the zone. Quick passes will do it. Davis for 3. Good.
wow.
Darian Davis, a do-it-all quarter. 9 points for him and a timeout taken by Heritage Christian. It's a full timeout. We'll take one as well. 2:41 left to go in this first quarter. Tindley by 12 on IndianaSRN. Tonight's game brought to you by Officially Human. Our foundational goal is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the fields and courts. Check out their website at officiallyhuman.com. Also by Alley Cat Gymnastics. Do you have a child attending a daycare or preschool in the greater Indianapolis area? Are they interested in gymnastics or a Ninja Warrior class? Alley Cat Gymnastics is a mobile program that brings the fun to your child's school or daycare. Alley Cat Gymnastics provides all types of equipment and lessons to develop your kiddo's general gymnastic skills. They even offer Ninja for your little warrior. For more information, visit their website at www.alleycatgymnastics.com or call them at 317-820-9484. The coach, Keith Myers. I'm Jimmy Cook. Some technical difficulties at the moment, but Coach, at the stages out of this timeout, 12-point game in favor of Tindley. If you're Heritage Christian, despite all these mistakes, you got to be happy with where you're at.
Yeah, you do have to be happy where you are. And if you're Tindley, man, you're just knocking down some three-pointers that really sets you apart, gets that separation, and make a really tough time. But there's plenty of time left in this ball game that Heritage can just regroup and see what happens. It's very smart timeout that Coach Wallace had during this break.
As we're back to live action, with about a minute and 50 to go left in the first quarter, it's 18-6 your score in favor of Tindley. Nice drive there by A.J. Neal. He was fouled and will head to the charity stripe. Tonight's game also brought to you by KOA Campgrounds Holiday. Whether you're exploring the local area or hanging out at the campground, KOA Holidays are an ideal place to relax and play. There's plenty to do with amenities and services to make your stay memorable. Make your reservation now for the 2021 season. Give them a call at 317-849-1397, located on I-70 and Mount Comfort Road. KOA Campgrounds Holiday. Give them a call today.
Neal makes that first free throw, and if you watched really closely, Jimmy, you almost did a line violation. Got to get your feet behind there.
Well, he splits the pair. Always got to watch the feet. Davis at the top. Quite a quarter for Davis.
Quite a quarter of 21 points in the first quarter.
With 9 in this first quarter, as stepped out of bounds, did Tindley back to the Eagles. But with 9 points for Davis in this quarter, he's more than doubled his average about 4.6 per game.
You got to love that as a player, right? You come in and you start doing it and you go, hey, this could be my night.
Might be a stat sheet stuffer evening for me.
Coach doesn't take me out before I get it.
Colvin down the lane, lays it in with a finger roll.
Love it.
Miles flying through the air, thought he might try to throw that down. That might have been a travel. Pass inside is stolen away. McLemore gets it ahead, up ahead to Colvin, and he's blocked from behind, but a foul. Antonio Robinson saved the 2 points.
Don't you think Colvin's probably one of the best sophomores we've seen all year?
I thought he was the best freshman that we saw, or one of the best freshmen we saw a year ago. You always hope with young players like that they're able to make the leap in their sophomore season to be that same top 1% tier in their class. No doubt about it with him.
He's one of the top sophomores in the state of Indiana, that's for sure.
Misfired on that free throw. He'll have one more. Colvin with 4 points so far in this quarter. Misses them both. Can't have that if you're hoping to dethrone the 8th-ranked team in Class 1A. Under a minute to go in this first quarter. Joseph Glenn into the game. Another big body. Matched it up with Dorsch.
Oh, take that shot, son.
Had a pump fake. See if they go back to that matchup. Brown is fouled by A.J. Neal.
I like what Neal is trying to do is to get one step closer. Just made the contact a little bit strong. You got to protect the arc here, I think, Jimmy, at this point.
If you get a switch like that again, though, I'm going straight to Glenn.
Yeah, exactly right.
Famous big man three by Brown. You might have heard of him by the name of Shaquille O'Neal. Would call that barbecue chicken, Coach.
That's right.
That's what it is down there.
There you go.
Layup up and in.
Pinkston.
His first field goal of the game. Dorsch sent back to tomorrow by Pinkston. Still
Wow.
Eagles basketball. Wild drive for Darren Cobb, and he's fouled. My goodness, what a block.
Pretty impressive. I'd give that a 10.
Eagles fortunate to get that ricochet and have a chance for 2 points with the clock stopped. First free throw clean for Cobb. Sub at the table. Andrew Wiggins back into the game for the Eagles. They trail by 13. Cobb makes them both. Make it a 12-point game. Final possession of the quarter, in theory, should belong to the Tigers. Brown with 5. Forced a skip pass. Was it tipped? No, it was not. It was tipped.
Good communication.
We'll have a baseline left with 5 seconds in the quarter. Brown, the trigger man. Bounces it in. Gets it back. Mid-range. An air ball. Rebound. Humphrey at the horn. No. That'll end our first quarter of play. That first quarter, again, brought to you by Morales Group. At the end of one, Tindley on top of Heritage 23-11. Stay with us. Quarter 2 up next on IndianaSRN.
You got a broken door, trapped car, you can't buy time.
We take it very seriously and take pride in being responsive.
We have all of Central Indiana covered from Martinsville,
Avon, up to Anderson,
to Cicero.
There's always somebody in your area.
It's important that we're able to get there, same day, because people's time is valuable.
On our trucks, we carry just about everything we need to fix a garage door right then and there.
Sunshine, rain, or snow, we're good to go.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Back at Heritage Christian High School for the second quarter, brought to you by College Hunks and Movers. Also, while we have a second, I want to remind you that if you're watching us tonight, that means you're watching a fine broadcast on IndianaSRN. If you're having a viewing party, please let us know. Tweet us at IndianaSRN and be ready for a shout-out. Of course, follow us for all your updates and much more on Twitter at IndianaSRN, and then go to YouTube.com as well. Search IndianaSRN and click that red and white subscribe button. IndianaSRN, where you're always
in the game.
It's the Coach Keith Myers. I'm Jimmy Cook.
Wow, got the cue. Thanks. Appreciate it.
No problem. Second quarter adjustments you'd like to see out of the Eagles?
Better offensive movement. And then you got to protect the three-point line. They are just killing you on three-pointers.
Been the difference maker, or at least one of them. Kick in the corner, 3 in the air, 3 well short. Rebound and a second chance, a block by the Tigers, but contact enough that it'll send Andrew Wiggins to the charity stripe. Foul's going to go against Joseph Glenn, the 6'4 junior. It'll be his first unofficially. 6th on the team, and he fouls the rest of the way by Tindley. Would result in 1-1. Wiggins in and out on that free throw. A lot of points left at the line in this first half, Coach.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points left. You add those up, and now it's 23-16. So, yeah.
5 for a whole game, 6 or 7 for a whole game, 6 for the whole game right now. Isn't the worst thing in the world, but the way it's trending this early, I don't like that.
15 by the end of the night. That's right.
There's a steal. Colvin, beautiful feed, and the layup is pure. A.J. Neal off the window with the finger roll. His first basket, 10-point game.
Now you need a few stops here.
Drive, Euro, short by Humphrey Jr. Second chance blocked away. Humphrey Jr. again, battling and one. The 6'7 junior, the tallest amongst them down there, winning the battle and a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play. Coach, outside of getting a body on him initially, you give him enough tries at it.
But what you got to do is get that body and then move him out of the way.
What an effort. 3-point play completed. 8 points unofficially for Aaron Humphrey Jr. Lead back to 13.
Now here comes the press.
How do they respond? Wiggins forced it into McLemore. Dangerous spot to do so.
I hate that corner, Jimmy. You got to get nice job of getting that out of there.
Yeah, I think you and any former coach watching this game, a collective gasp with that inbound pass.
Those lose lots of hair.
Neal gives to Wiggins, back to Neal. Operates with just a minute gone by in this first quarter. Nice cut. Mason K. Did he step on the end line, or was it 3 seconds?
He didn't signal. Now, he called a double dribble, and that's a tough call because I thought that ball was deflected out of his hands, but double dribble was called.
Brown on the right wing. Gives over to Aaron Humphrey Jr.
My friend Brenda Hilton will be calling me. We'll see.
Well, you can always make it up to her. If you wanted to be official, Coach, how do you get involved in such a process?
Hey, just call the association, and we need officials.
Nice layup there by Aaron Humphrey Jr. Press still alive and well for Tindley. 15-point game. McLemore picked up his dribble in a tight spot. Now over to Colvin.
What you do not do here is panic and start just doing whatever you want. Stay with the offense.
Miles got lucky there. We couldn't see the full 360 look there from our vantage point, but I thought that was going to be off his leg. Instead, they say he's fouled. That personal on Antonio Robinson. I have that for his second. Bonus in effect, 1-and-1 opportunity for Colvin, who missed 2 earlier back in the first quarter. Pure that time. Miles now with 5. Take a look at this play on the defensive effort.
This is a nice pass right there. Nice layup. Didn't put the ball on the floor. Excellent job.
Clean layup.
Now, you're in the bonus. You get to, that's a good thing. You can creep yourself back into this game a little bit.
Miles got them both. Redeems himself. 13-point game. Miles now with 6. Tindley quickly up the floor. Pass right side. Nice hesitation there. Mid-range, Glenn. Long. And over the back is going to be the call. Too aggressive that time was Aaron Humphrey Jr.
And what you saw that time, though, was the block out, Jimmy, and then consistent stay with it.
Free throws will be in effect, too, as that's still in the bonus. Tonight's game brought to you by Summers Heating and Cooling. When you're looking for prompt and professional service, you can find the experienced team you need at Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. We're family-owned and operated and dedicated to our trade to providing customers with phenomenal service they need and satisfaction they deserve. Summers Heating and Cooling. We'll be back after this.
More fixing, more finding, more being original. Unique like this, trendy like that. More designing this, arranging that. More saving, and then more making it happen. More of your space looking like this, and more of you feeling like that. More excitement, more savings, more furniture, more rugs, more flooring. More affordable luxury from RG Decor.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Back at Heritage Christian High School, out of the timeout. Free throws upcoming of the 1-and-1 variety for Andrew Wiggins. A little surprised that Heritage isn't sending anybody down there. Perhaps they're more worried about stopping the fast break. First free throw good. Tonight's game also brought to you by Burtner Electric. They do more than service repairs. They also wire new homes all around the Indianapolis area. You can ask your builder to use Bertner Electric Incorporated when you build a new home. For free estimates, call Bertner Electric today at 317-565-7779. Both free throws made there by Wiggins. His first points of the night, 11-point game. Make it a 13-point game. It was a nice baseline drive by Billy Brown. 5 for him unofficially on the evening. Colvin sees daylight, a Euro, and 1.
I tell you what. That kid could play for me anytime. Nice move, great feet. Foot speed is incredible. Again, only a sophomore. Kid's going to be good.
Yeah, the footwork and the balance, truly an underrated part of his game.
He's so much stronger than he was last year, Jimmy. We saw him so many times. That time, he probably would fell off balance, or if the contact, he would have fell down. He's just got so strong.
You can make it a 10-point game here. Off the mark. It's the only bugaboo if I'm being nitpicky tonight. He's left 3 at the line.
Yep.
There have been other Eagles, though, that have missed free throws as well. Hasn't just been him. Pass forced inside. It's muscled away by Humphrey Jr. Robinson might have walked. No shot. It's a foul on the floor instead. Sounds like the foul was on Mason Kay. Indeed, that is the case. Baseline out. Billy Brown, the trigger man. Lob into Humphrey at the rim, and he puts it up and in.
That was communicated out of bounds, Jimmy. They looked at each other's eyes and saw exactly what's going on, and that's a quick foul.
12 points now in this first half for the junior and Aaron Humphrey Jr. A foul against Tindley, and they're in a rough situation here as that foul is on Robinson. I say a rough situation, his third, because they're going to lose Robinson now for what you think would be the rest of this half. But additionally, more chances for points with the clock stopped. McLemore hits the first, and now it's not just 1-1 the rest of the way, but for this final 5:09, yeah, 2 shots.
I mean, that's a long time.
McLemore with 4. Make it 5. He rattles it home. 11-point game. Couple skip passes. Humphrey up and under. Friendly roll. His scoring output continues. 14 for him. Shot by Colvin, no good. Brown up ahead. Here come the Tigers pushing the pace. Floater, so pretty. Billy Brown gets the basket to go. Got a timeout, I think maybe for an injured player.
$30
30-second timeout taken by Heritage Christian, it looks like. So we'll stay here with 4:42 left to go. In quarter number 2, a 15-point advantage for Tindley.
Don't forget, we are exclusive. We are exclusive sectional championship games right here on IndianaSRN boys, girls sectional 27 and sectional 59. All the action begins Tuesday night, 6 o'clock. Family of Networks, IndianaSRN. Nice to get exclusive coverage of those sectionals. Looking forward to that.
Always happy to give these young student athletes a platform to show off their skills, particularly so, though, in the postseason, where everything's just worth a little bit more. That win and go home mentality on full display. George hanging, left it just long. Rebound Pinkston. We understand it was Aaron Humphrey Jr. that was shaken up for the Tigers with that injury. Layup by Pinkston, and another timeout for Heritage Christian. That one looks like a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here.
You know, you run the table here. You have 38 points in your first half. You know, I think my magic number was 55. I think I might need to have to change that number, but the momentum and the aggressive play that Tindley has put on this first half has been incredible. The only problem I think that they might have is they're fouling a lot. You go down the other end, you knock down some of those free throws. You knock down to 7 free throws that you missed, and this is a pretty competitive ballgame. Still is, still plenty of time. The advantage that you have if you're Heritage, you're at home and you're into double bonus. So they're going to keep fouling you. You just got to make some free throws.
Should be noted, though, 8-0 run by Tindley ongoing right now in the blink of an eye. I mean,
yeah, very quickly. You're exactly right.
Talk about the pacing. We mentioned that in the keys to the game. Scoring still needed in bunches for the Eagles, their largest deficit of the game at 17. Dorsch for 3. Got it. Jonathan Dorsch, his first basket of the ball game. That'll get your rally going. Need some stops now defensively. Brown leaves it for Pinkston. Back to Brown. Man-to-man straight-up look. Great movement without the basketball. Nice cut. Davis, too strong. Got his own board. A power dribble. An extra pass and a flush by Jaden Pinkston.
That gets you off your feet, won't it?
Post to post with the passing. 3 for Colvin is deep and pure. 11 for Miles. 11-point game.
A lot more baskets being made tonight than, especially 3-point baskets that I'm accustomed to.
Travel, it'll head the other way. (40-27) your score. Correction, 13-point advantage. John McLemore brings it up. Colvin feeling the hot hand. That one's good. Miles Colvin back-to-back triples. 10-point ball game. Tigers quick to find an answer. Hall to Pinkston. Back to Orlando Hall, the sophomore. Checked in just a few moments ago. Brown splitting a double team. Oh. He's bodied up before the shot.
Used both hands to hit. Pretty good call there.
You taking notes with that one?
I am taking notes because he did use his hands, belt, pushed him in the back. Good call.
Hall has to get it in. It's tipped. Great defense by Dorsch. They were missing Humphrey Jr., you could tell on that inbound, unable to give it to a big target for a jump ball. McLemore over to Cobb. Now Colvin. Beautiful give and go. Pass in the corner. Dorsch smothered. Beautiful cut. Shot up. No. Tipped by Davis. Here come the Tigers. Brown to Hall. Give and go. 3. Money. Orlando Hall off the bench. Lead back to 13. Skip pass. Colvin all alone for 3. That one is short. Cobb rips away the board. Dorsch a triple. Long. Rebound wrestled away.
Boy, that ball was loose there for a second. Uh-oh.
Colvin read that. Look out. Clear the runway. Throws it down. Miles with the steal and slam.
Wow. That's
all you can say.
That's all you can say.
Just admire it. Beautiful hand-eye coordination there, and then just a pretty jam. Brown is doubled. Hall calling for it. Pass inside. They found the open man in Pinkston. Made him pay.
You got to call for help when you're beat like that. You have to call for help.
Miles all alone on the corner. They're unable to swing it to him. Well, they finally do. Defense closes late, though. Triple in the air for McLemore. John knocks it down, his second of the ball game. Well, Heritage is knocking down enough shots, but the deficit's still 10.
you're on the roll and you're doing exactly what you need to do, but you got to stop them on the defensive end of the basket.
Davis to Brown, jumping the passing lane. Will they pay the price? Pinkston gives to Hall, and they'll reset things. Everybody back in position. Colvin all over the smaller Hall, trying to get a steal. Hall juked them all out. He ran out of room, and they'll reset. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Brown with 3, Brown with 2, a Euro, Brown no, and the defense holds for Heritage Christian. Well, the deficit is 10, but what a way to close half number 1 by Heritage Christian, primarily on the back of this young man right here.
He just read the eyes, and watch this. This is a big-time flush.
You got the camera out on the baseline. That's what you're doing. You're posing for it and throwing it down.
Exactly right. And then McEmore sets his feet, cut it within 10, right?
Yep. Right at 10. Tigers out of position there. Eagles take advantage. Going to need a lot more on the defensive end and more success, the charity stripe, if you're Heritage, but there is an opportunity for you despite this being a double-figure deficit. 45-35 your score. Coach, quickly, what you want to see from Heritage Christian.
I think what Coach will do is go in and they're playing a little too loose. You go to a 2-3 zone maybe here a little bit, but you got to go after the rebounds and you got to block out. You got to do a much better job of doing that tonight. If you're Tindley, keep on doing what you're doing. I mean, you're doing a great job of really controlling the momentum, because that's the pace you want to play. Because you can beat Heritage with that pace.
We're going to step away for our halftime intermission. When we come back, we'll have the third quarter. Again, that second quarter was brought to you by College Hunks and Movers. At the halftime break, Tindley 45, Heritage Christian 35 on IndianaSRN.
Piper Group Warehouse has a strong commitment to their clients as their logistics provider. If you would like to discover how you can improve your service levels while lowering your overall cost, Piper Logistics Group can help. Call Greg Piper today at 317-396-3916. Piper Logistics Group.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
I am Heritage.
Heritage Christian. We are Heritage.
I am Heritage.
We are Heritage.
Your hauling or moving project has arrived, and College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving has you covered. Honest. Uniformed. Nice. Knowledgeable. Service. College Hunks Hauling, Junk, and Moving.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Welcome back to Heritage Christian High School. Tindley on top of the Eagles, 45-35 at the halftime break. Tonight's game is brought to you by Alley Cat Gymnastics. Do you have a child attending a daycare or preschool in the greater Indianapolis area? Are they interested in gymnastics or a Ninja Warrior class? Alley Cat Gymnastics is a mobile program that brings the fun to your child's school or daycare. Alley Cat Gymnastics provides all types of equipment and lessons to develop your kiddo's general gymnastic skills, and they even offer Ninja for your little warrior. For more information, visit our website at www.alleycatgymnastics.com or call us at 317-820-9484.
Like my Ninja?
That was good.
Yeah.
That was very good.
Like my little headband?
Let's head back to things that are actually in your wheelhouse.
Okay, good.
Adjustments for both teams. We mentioned it before halftime for Heritage Christian, what you want to see. But to remind the folks that might be just now tuning in, 10-point deficit for the Eagles, but they're not playing as bad as the score shows.
Yeah,
they're closer than it seems.
Yeah, that's true. Again, I think you just got to run your offense. I think you got to be a little bit more patient on your offense. Hit the open shots. I think you got the shots you want, and then you got to be aggressive defensively. You got to find someone to lay a body on them, block out. And I tell you what, I'm surprised that they can get up and down the floor as fast as they have. I think it's an even match running up and down the floor. Tindley. Heritage Christian actually running with them, and that surprises me.
Now, if you're a Tindley fan, though, you see this, and just another day at the office, you're up 10. How do you stretch this out further if you're the Tigers?
Do not make mistakes that cost you baskets. Don't force things that aren't there, and then stop fouling. I mean, you're some of your guys are in foul trouble that can cause you down the stretch. If you got to go 6-7 men deep, I don't know if Tindley can do that.
It'll be Tindley's basketball as they inbounded to start the third quarter, and it's brought to you by Piper Logistics. Controlling the basketball is Antonio Robinson. Aaron Humphrey Jr., who was injured during that first half, is back out there for the Tigers, as is Billy Brown, along with Darian Davis and Jaden Pinkston. Foul on the floor is called against the Eagles. Foul is on John McLemore, his first. First on the team in this half. Quick inbound. That's what we talked about, Coach. Without Humphrey in there, they struggled to get it inbounds. That time he's back in there. He's got 16, and the lead is 12.
And again, that's designed just by the look. Humphrey gives him the little nod, thinks he can get to the guy, and then the baskets. You get the basket.
Riggle, skip pass, 3 off the mark by Belt. Rebound Tigers, quick possession there for Heritage Christian. Brown, beautiful feed inside. Pinkston can't get it to go, put back no, and a nice rebound for Heritage Christian. Colvin in space. Can't turn it home.
Oh my. If that would have went in, I would have left. That was a great shot.
16 in that first half for Colvin. Foul is on Billy Brown, his first unofficially. Miles to the line. Been really the only subpar portion of his evening. He's been at the charity stripe. Gets that one to go. 17 now for Miles, the sophomore. Tremendous leaps between his freshman and sophomore season.
Oh, incredible. He played a lot of summer basketball, and you can tell he has improved his game 100%.
Makes both, give him 18, bring it back down to a 10-point game. Tigers with the basketball and that advantage. Brown on Colvin. Shot off the mark, and a loose ball foul is going to go against Heritage Christian. That jump was well-timed by Darian Davis. Foul's going to go against Riggle, his second.
Now, Riggle did the right job there, but did too aggressively to undercut him. Just get underneath the basket.
They forced it inside again to Aaron Humphrey Jr. A matchup that the Eagles, with the lineup that's out there right now, are just not built to handle. That foul is going to be in the act, and 2 shots upcoming. Personal belongs to Jack Belt. That's his third.
Humphrey has 8 to 10 points just underneath the basket, Jimmy.
17 points on the night. You're not wrong there, Coach. A dominant force down low all evening. A 66% free throw shooter on the season. Makes them both there. 18 on the night. Lead back to 12.
Boy, I tell you what, Tindley's going to be a tough 1A out.
Not going to want to see them on my draw.
No way.
Riggle skips over to Belt. How will the offense look on this drive? Beautiful shot there by Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins now with 4.
He's another sophomore that's vastly improved.
Yeah, duo of him and Colvin last year as freshmen. A lot of raw talent. Brown rises, fires, and hits. 13 for Billy Brown, his third triple.
Billy Brown was named one of the players, All-City Alliance Player of the Week last week.
Not surprised there. Riggle might have. I think it's a foul on the floor. I thought maybe they were going to get Riggle for a carry. But instead it's a foul. Called on Billy Brown. His second. Baseline inbounds. Underneath their own basket for the Eagles. They lob it up, and Humphrey picks it off. Lost it, though. How about that? On the offensive end, the Tigers go to Humphrey. On the defensive end, Humphrey's there to eat up the Eagles. Here's his Billy Brown triple.
I mean, this is in Kmart's parking lot, isn't it? I mean, that's deep.
I will say, I still like the aggressiveness there by Colvin, because he's had a couple where he's jumped that passing lane, gets it. That's a game-changing play. That time, just a second late, Brown made him pay. Riggle looking for a cutter. Nothing there. McLemore showing the handles. In space, Cobb on the deck. Risky passes. Riggle catch and shoot 3 and air ball. Cobb, I think it went off his shoulder. Out of bounds for the Tigers.
Right idea. I think there's a couple shots there that they passed up that they could have went to the basket. But I like the aggressiveness of the offense moving the ball.
Tigers outscoring the Eagles 7-4 in this third quarter. Brown on the left side. Looking for a little more movement. 10-5 on the season are the Tigers. We mentioned a huge win for them earlier this year against Lafayette Jeff. A travel called against Tindley. That win back on January 16th.
Tell you what, that Lafayette Jeff team was very impressive. Haven't they been, Jimmy?
They haven't lost since. They had not lost prior. And are currently the 7th-ranked team in Class 4A. So, big resume win for Tindley. Of course, no resumes necessary in high school hoops.
That's correct. Not in Indiana. Everybody gets in the big game. Big tournament.
Belt left side. I suppose the only caveat with that is, and I know it's changed with COVID, but in a normal year, a minimum number of games you do have to hit, correct?
That's correct.
Colvin rebound.
Normally
left it short.
Normally you have to have 10 varsity contests but I think they have waived that this season.
Davis, a little jab step. He wants to take Belt. A spin cycle. Wild shot off the mark. Great defense by Belt.
Not only great defense, but he didn't have his head up. He had a couple guys open.
See if the Eagles can take advantage of that missed opportunity. Colvin bodying. Is that an and one? Maybe if we were 2 leagues up, I think they're going to call it on the floor, though.
Oh, they're going to get the
my
basket.
Goodness. I'm all for that, by the way. I realize that's an unpopular opinion in the room, but I love that.
No.
That is phenomenal.
No. I'm sorry, Jimmy, but
and
no.
Coleman at the line for an old-fashioned three-point play.
Oh, Jimmy. I mean, I love our officials. I really do. I love our officials. I understand what you're going to do. But I love them, but not that one. I mean, that was bump, 1,000, 2,000, foul.
Tonight's game brought to you by Officially Human. Our foundational goal is to restore respect to the game's officials and recognize them as authorities on the fields and courts. Check out their website at officiallyhuman.com. Coach might want to take a look over there. Three-point play completed.
I got that.
By Colvin, an aggressive layup. Jaden Pinkston clearly had the same mindset as you did in terms of that last call. Forces the issue. McLemore off the mark, got his own board, and then got in too deep. Quickly up ahead, the Tigers, a track meet. Let's see who that's last off of. It's last touched by the Tigers. Now for all that, 12-point game. Come on, Coach.
I'm good. I just know I owe you a Coke, and I owe several 25-cent pieces right now.
As the dust clears with all this, it'll be Jack Belt to inbound. 12-point game. Believe it or not, even with all this excitement.
Yeah.
+2 in favor of the Tigers in this quarter.
You're right.
Colvin goes up big to get it. Miles, a 1-on-4. Almost stolen. He's out of bounds.
You know, Colvin, very impressive, but come on, big fella, give the ball up back and then do what you do.
You got to keep your eyes up floor.
Yeah, and you're a better set shooter, so you're not going to give up and rise and give up and shoot.
Miles to inbound, looking for Dorsch. Gets it into him. Jonathan has to be careful. Matched up with Humphrey Jr. Trying to put him on skates. A lot of contact there. Belt finds Neal. Neal spinning, turning, adjusts. Could not get the shot up high enough. That's a
good call. Knocked him down.
Foul on Neal.
Frustration.
It'll be AJ's second. Tonight's game brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is your local full-service John Deere dealer. Browse our selection online or come in and test drive. Get in a yellow seat today. Equipment built to last. Save big. 12501 Reynolds Drive, Fishers, Indiana. Or 317-849-0810 for Reynolds Farm Equipment.
Watch the replay there. He might have just slipped and fell.
Quick shot for Pinkston. Didn't look as egregious as it did live. Pinkston draws contact. 2 shots upcoming. Fouls on Jack Belt, his 4th. Pinkston left that short. Jaden, a 44% free throw shooter on the season. As a team, the Tigers shoot it at a 58% clip. Mason Kane into the ball game for Heritage.
Now that's another big for Heritage Christian, and a good kid that can shoot from out and play very, very well.
Well, looking at the roster with what damage Aaron Humphrey has done to you, I'm surprised they didn't have Kay in there a little earlier just for size.
Yeah, good point.
Wiggins gives over to Neal, spinning, extra pass, beautiful cut, but Timmering blew the layup. Up ahead. That layup is blown. 2 layups blown, 3 layups blown the last couple possessions. It would have been a 4th by Humphrey Jr., but he wins the battle down low and it's fouled. Could not get the shot to go, though.
And they're going to call that on Kay.
Well, I mean this very kindly to Mason Kay, but right now his role in this game is as muscle. That's his job. So you got a couple fouls to play with. Keep it clean, obviously, but you got to muscle your way in there, Coach.
Yeah, got to get a little bit more aggressive. Good point.
I'd rather that be going for the rebound rather than in the act of shooting, but to each his own. Humphrey Jr. gets them both. Give him 20 on the evening. Lead is 16. Miles down the lane and finishing. 23 points for Miles Colvin. $12-point game. Hall, a lot of dribbling there. Back around, catch and shoot. Glenn, no. Rebound. Glenn for Neal, rather, had a look at it and then just tapped at the board. Eagles survive. Pass ahead. Saved. Right to Timmering. He finishes the layup that time. Braden Timmering, his first basket of the night. 10-point contest. Kay.
Hold your spot.
Matched up with Glenn there. Now Davis with a $1:35 to go in this third quarter. Davis, a little euro, and scores. Darian Davis now 11 on the contest.
Our producer was calling trouble on that. That's a big-time college play right there.
Skip pass. Colvin, catch and shoot. Bang! Miles Colvin from downtown. 26 for the sophomore. 9-point game. Finally under single digits. First time since that first quarter.
You're right there. I mean, you are right here.
Hall matched up with Kay. That's a mismatch. Floater. Pure.
How did that go in?
Orlando Hall with 5. Matched up on the bigger Kay. And a foul, I believe, is going to go against Darian Davis. Take a look at this. Triple by Colvin.
I mean, that's
so confident.
Yep. And we say it over and over and over again. He did not have that confidence last year. He thought he could do those things, but he just wasn't strong enough. But, boy, this year, he's just vastly improved. And it's going to be fun to watch him play 2 more years.
A gigantic leap for Colvin. You're exactly right. Looking forward to watching the growth continue. Kay thought about a 3. Back over to McLemore. Easily lays it up and missed it. Had green grass in front of him. Could not get it to go. Layup on the other end is misfired. I think that's last touch by the Eagles. Opportunities like that you cannot miss, Coach.
And this is the third time that Heritage Christian had an opportunity to grab the ball without any points, and they either flip the ball out of bounds or they flip it to someone else. They got to just secure the ball.
If I'm the Tigers, I think about holding for 1 here. Unless you get a look like that, and you hit your layup. Darian Davis, 13 for him. Final 10 seconds of the quarter.
And just like that, they jumped it back up.
4-0 run. Colvin with 7. Miles with 5. Has time with 4. Miles scores. That'll end the third quarter. That he almost banked in. It would have counted. 11-point advantage for the Tigers. End of 3. That was brought to you by Piper Logistics. Stay with us on IndianaSRN.
Cold is just around the corner, and here at Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling,
we're ready for anything.
We care about our craft like we care about our customers.
Our technicians are fully certified
and up to speed on the latest equipment.
Available 24/7, we don't leave anybody in the cold.
That's our top priority.
We don't just work for the company.
We are the company.
So we do the best we can for every one of our customers.
Trust the name you know at Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling.
Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. We take pride in your comfort. Just call Summers. Summers.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Tonight's game brought to you by Chimney Solutions. Look no further than Chimney Solutions, Indiana. Since our very first customer, we've been committed to delivering the highest level of customer care and the most professional and reliable chimney and fireplace services. Our technicians are expertly trained and certified by the Chimney Safety Institute of America. But there's no aspect of chimney or fireplace service, installation, repair, or troubleshooting we can't help you with. Give them a call today at 317-757-6979. Jimmy Cook alongside the coach Keith Myers. Start of the fourth quarter, brought to you by your Indiana High School Athletic Association. It'll be Eagles basketball to start this final frame. They're within striking distance, Coach.
Yep. Now what you have to do is
Colvin for three is good.
Do that. Score every single time you can.
He's got 31 now. Davis on the drive. An answer won't go for Brown. Rebound Eagles. Colvin skip to Mylou and lays it in. 5 straight for Miles Colvin. 33 for him.
62-56.
A 6-point game. Colvin tried to control that. Who's the last touched by? Let's see what the officials say. Miles pleading his case.
Wow.
That'll be Tigers basketball.
Wow, no call on that.
Tough break. Eagles gotta keep it up on the defensive front. Early stages, fourth quarter, 62-56. 6-point advantage for the Tigers with the basketball. Brown, a lob to Pinkston, nobody home, and he threw it down. They lost track of the sophomore. He's now got 13, and a big-time jam there.
I'm sure you enjoyed that.
I did. You forget about the screener on the handoff there.
Yeah, you do.
And then it's just a runaway for a jam.
Gave up his dribble too soon. Coach was a little upset with that.
McLemore gives to Belt, pressured by Robinson. Belt puts it on the deck. It's swatted away right to Kay, though, and he lays it up and in. Mason Kay, what a time for his first basket. 6-point game. And now a turnover. Colvin down the lane, lays it up and lays it in. 7 points in the quarter for Miles.
And now it's a 4-point game.
Miles with 35.
Crowd is in it.
Energy and momentum on the side of the Eagles right now. Brown trying to answer, rejected by Colvin.
Get that out of here.
Send it into tomorrow. Let's take a look at that Pinkerton oop. Starts right there, Coach. Everybody forgot about him.
I mean, that's just backyard basketball right there.
The rejection sent it off of Colvin. There's an inbound and a turnover. But it falls right into the lap of Pinkerton. Drives the lane right at Miles. He missed the jam, but the putback is true. Aaron Humphrey Jr. with 22 now. 6-point game. And there's a steal. Going the other way. Pinkerton can't turn it home. Make that Davis, rather. And a chance for an old-fashioned three-point play. Gotten sloppy the last 2 possessions for Heritage Christian. They've had opportunities early stages of this fourth quarter, and now a chance for points with the clock stopped. That foul's going to go against McLemore, his second. At the line, Davis, a 79% free throw shooter for 2. Long.
Got a final score of other games we have on the network. Greenwood Christian Academy defeated their rival Central Christian 64-54 tonight down at Greenwood. Greenwood will be in action tomorrow at 2:30. 2:30, that's a change time, 2:30 against Victory Prep right here on the family of networks of IndianaSRN. We also got wrestling tomorrow starting at 11:30 on the network.
Davis Missed them both. A rebound won by the Tigers. No, a lucky break for Heritage Christian. It's a loose ball foul. Humphrey can't believe it. That's his second.
Did Humphrey grab him?
It might have been on Robinson.
Okay.
Excuse me, no, it was on Humphrey.
Wow. That's a big foul, Jimmy. Oh, no.
Eagles got to take advantage of that opportunity, and Dorsch turns it over. The Tigers lost it out of bounds, though, so the Eagles very fortunate, but they're playing with fire.
You're dribbling the ball too much. You got to get to the pass, and you got to go get help. There's pressure there. Stop dribbling, pass the ball. That's how you're going to beat this.
I believe Jonathan Dorsch, after that lackadaisical pass, has been subbed out of the game, it looks like. If not, they've just changed inbounders. We'll have to see when we swing back around.
I will tell you this. The enthusiasm is definitely with Trent Tindley right now.
Another steal. That's the fourth consecutive turnover. Unforced error by Heritage Christian.
Oh, they're going to call that on the floor?
And I think there's a number of Tindley parents
that do not understand.
No, they're irate because of the and one that we saw earlier from Miles Colvin.
The one that you liked.
Oh, the continuation and one. I was all about it.
Because you're a big NBA guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my. Well, he gets to shoot the bonus. At least that's good, huh?
Front and long. Rebound won by the Eagles. Can they do something with the rock?
How about the free throw shooting that Tindley has missed?
They've struggled a bit down the stretch. It's a great point. Colvin, they want to run through him. Miles skips, catch and shoot, belt. Three is long, and I think Coleman's going to get over the back. I think he pushed in the back there. Miles trying to make the play. You got to respect the effort, but a little too much contact. That's just his first.
How about that, too? Last year again, get a lot of foul trouble early. This year, learning to control his body, learning to play.
The downside is, though, not to discredit that maturity because the growth has been phenomenal, but because of that foul and the situation you're in, it's the last 1-and-1 that Tindley will shoot tonight. The rest of the way will be two shots. Davis, the 79%er, 13 points for him. The front end of the 1-and-1 is good.
You know, you look at this game and you're only down by 7. The way you have played, you know, you were down as many as 13, 14 points at one time.
We talked about that at halftime. We talked about it at the end of the third quarter. Or despite how the struggles have been there for Heritage Christian at times, you're exactly right, Coach. You're right in this ball game. Free throws are split. Colvin quickly to belt. 7-point game. Miles trying to get separation. Jack picked up his dribble in a tight spot. Approaching the halfway mark of this final quarter. Forced the pass to Miles. Pinkerton tried to walk the tightrope. Oh, they're going to say he did? Surely not. No, the official says, my bad. That's going to go back to the Eagles.
Blew his whistle.
Or was it inadvertent and he's saying that it's still Tigers basketball?
Okay, he's called an inadvertent whistle. The ball's going to be to his side.
We're too far away for me to make a claim there. I don't know how he walked that tightrope. Kicked ball. It'll stay with the Tigers.
The only people that know is the guy in the stiff board. Maybe they have a better look.
Or the other humans right in front of him. But
I
sure.
didn't see him there.
Lob pass. Now there's some numbers. Pinkerton all the way and lays it in.
Wow. When they needed points, he's the guy.
Pinkston scores it. 9-point game. Eagles need a basket. A lot of dribbling. Feisty defense. Belt suddenly had all kinds of room. Scores it. Jack now with 4. 7-point ball game. Just over 4 minutes left in regulation. Finding Humphrey inside. They went with the double and they paid the price. 24 points for Aaron Humphrey, 9-point game. Belt hesitates. Wiggins to McLemore, knifing down the lane, in and out, rebound. Colvin looked like he had it. It's a jump ball, and the arrow favors the Tigers. Miles limping a bit there.
How about going after that ball?
Trying to make game-winning plays.
Now, if I'm Tindley, I would want to take some time off the clock here.
Eagles going for a trap look, trying to force a turnover. Such beautiful ball movement. Brown. They go around a screen. Brown matched up with Wiggins, and a foul's going to be committed by Braden Timmering. That's 2 shots.
I don't know if that's what you want there. I think you want to play aggressively, but I don't know if that's what you want.
It's a 9-point game with 3:10 to go.
Got plenty of time.
I don't know why we're playing the foul game at this juncture. Pinkston a 44%er on the season. First one, no. 15 points for Jaden, 4 here in the fourth quarter. Splits the pair. 16 on the night. Lead back to 10. Turnover again for the Eagles has been the story of this fourth quarter. Missed opportunities, lob, and the jam won't go. The putback by Humphrey won't either. Last touched by the Tigers. Coach, under 3 minutes to go, you're down 10. Their biggest run of the night came when they ran through Colvin. I'm not saying to run everything through the sophomore because you know Tindley's going to have an eye on him, but
yeah, and you got to protect the ball. I mean, I circle turnovers, Jimmy, because they've had 4 down the trip, 4 of the last 5 down the floor.
McLemore trying to create space, skip pass to Belt, and a timeout taken by Heritage Christian. They did not like where things were going offensively. Full timeout will take one as well. 2:35 to go in this one. Tindley by 10 on IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Back at Heritage Christian High School, a 10-point advantage for the Tindley Tigers. A look inside the Heritage Christian huddle. I want to remind you tonight's game is brought to you by the IHSAA Sportsmanship Program. We want to thank our fans for their continued commitment to promote good sportsmanship. Remember, the folks in black and white shirts are doing this job for our student athletes. Be respectful. Thank you. Also brought to you by Officially Human. Our foundational goal is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the fields and courts. Check out our website at officiallyhuman.com. 2:35 left in regulation. Eagles with the basketball and a long hill to climb, down 10. They're on the wrong end of a 6-0 run. Belt with space, shoots for 3, knocks it down. Jack Belt, his first triple of the night. He's now got 7, and the deficit is 7. Got to string together just a couple of stops, Coach. Still got time.
And now you got to get the ball out of the hands of Humphreys. He's going to be the one that's going to hurt you.
Brown matched up with Timmering. Back to Davis. And a foul committed by McLemore. Take a look at this triple by Belt.
There we go.
Nice knockdown.
That's a design play coming out of that timeout. McLemore now has his 4th foul of the night.
I will say this much. Davis is a 79% free throw shooter, the best free throw shooter on the team. So that's my first issue with this. Secondly, there's still 2 minutes to go. I don't understand why you're playing the foul game now.
Maybe you're playing the percentagers that maybe they can't knock down their free throws.
Maybe.
Be a nice little conversation on Monday when I talk to Coach Wallace. He's been so kind to us of being accessible.
Oh, first-year head coach done a phenomenal job and a great, easy to work with. Thank him and everything Heritage Christian's done. Both free throws made.
Going to be a busy week at Heritage Christian with the girls sectional 27 there.
Wiggins, Riggle right side for 3. That's short. McLemore tried to get the rebound, lost it. Riggle diving for it. Last touched by the Eagles. Oh, correction, last touched by the Tigers. Great effort there. $1:46 to go. Riggle has some space. Nobody's on him. They'll throw it to Belt. McLemore with some space. Now to Belt. Been a very quiet quarter for Miles Colvin. Catch and shoot for Belt. Off the mark and a rebound. Humphrey Jr. Now you've committed to the strategy. Now you're forced to play the foul game if you're Heritage Christian. Riggle commits the foul. And Billy Brown will head to the line. That's Riggle's 3rd.
Sectional 27 here on IndianaSRN. Girls sectional starting Tuesday night here at Heritage Christian. Tuesday games, Friday games, and Saturday. Got them all for you exclusively on IndianaSRN. Also, sectional 59 down in Indianapolis Lutheran, 1A schools. Greenwood Christian, one of those schools that we followed all year long, have all 5 of those games starting on Tuesday as well.
Brown splits the pair. A full timeout taken by Heritage Christian. We'll take one as well. 75-65, Tigers by 10. Don't go anywhere on IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Tonight's game is presented by IndianaSRN. Unlike most broadcasters, our funding comes primarily from donations and school subscriptions. Help us put more kids on TV by contacting us at coach@IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game. Don't forget additionally, Coach, to make sure to hit that donate button when you're on the website.
Donate button would be really nice. Looking for sectional sponsors, and if you would like to help us out, that would be great. Thank you so much for your support.
Eagles inbound the basketball into the timeout. Confirmation and adjustment with that. That timeout was on Tindley, and a foul called against Tindley. That's in the act, I believe, but they did have a foul to give. So any fouls the rest of the way committed by Tindley will lead to 1-and-1s. Clean free throw there by McLemore.
I don't have it.
Foul on Jaden Pinkston, his first. McLemore makes them both. 8-point game, $1:10 to go. Full court pressure applied. And the trap, and a foul going to be called against Riggle. It'll send Darian Davis to the line. That's the last person you wanted there going to the charity stripe. He's a 79%er on the season, best on the team. 4th foul on Riggle. Well, Coach, the Eagles have had opportunities in this one. They had it all the way down to 4 at 66-62. Since then, they've been outscored 9-5. Make it 10-5 with that first free throw made calmly by Darian Davis.
The other thing is they've only had 4 field goals in this half, in this quarter. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 free throws and counting.
You said 4 field goals in this quarter? Is that what you said?
Yes.
3 of them came from Miles Colvin. And they were the opening stages of this 4th quarter. Have not heard a peep from him since.
Good point.
But you mentioned additionally, though, missed free throws have been an issue,
yes.
and those turnovers were back-breaking.
Yeah, and one of his big keys, he wanted to eliminate the turnovers tonight. Tindley on February 4th will go to Brownsburg, and then on the 6th they play Fort Wayne Dwangler.
Colvin catch and shoot 3 is good. I say, Coach. You find Colvin an instant offense. He now has 38. We'll stay here.
Let's look at the schedule for both of these teams. Tindley plays Brownsburg on February 4th. On the 6th, they play Fort Wayne Blackhawk, probably the best team in the state of Indiana. For Heritage Christian, they will play Park Tudor on Monday. We have that for you right here on IndianaSRN. And on the 4th, they play another conference opponent, Aaron Catholic. That game is on the 4th. That also is also on SRN as we finish out the boys' season. 5 weeks left of the boys' season. New girls' season starts Tuesday. You can catch all sectional 27 and 59 right here on IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game. We got you covered from girls' sectional all the way to boys' end of their season. 22 ball games on the network next week, Jimmy.
You're doing yourself a disservice, of course, on the mats wrestling involved as well, too. Jam-packed there.
That's tomorrow at 11:30. Jerry, Chase, and the boys go down and get to see the top rope, the elbows, No. It's the other wrestling.
Which sectional?
Sectional 20 at Tech. Cathedral and North Central both are very much favored to win that. Chittard is there, but Buff, Indianapolis Tech, Lawrence North, and Lawrence Central rounds that up.
Timeout taken by Tindley. We'll stay here. If I may, it's outside of the sectional, but I do want to give a shout-out to my nephew-in-law.
The Roncalli Royals.
The great Wade McClurg, head of the wrestling department there, head coach.
He was the top of the town we were in our meeting with the sectional coaches, and they said, Coach McClure did the right thing. He got all his matches done, and then he isolated his kids for 2 weeks to keep them safe. They're ready to play. The funny thing is, I talked to him the other day, he goes, kids are getting tired of beating each other up. They want to find somebody else to beat up. I said, well, are you healthy? He goes, as of now.
That's good. It's the most important part, particularly during these challenging times amid the COVID-19 pandemic. But all jokes aside, best of luck to the Royals. Best of luck to all schools involved, and particularly the entire field for the sectional tomorrow.
A great day. I mean, if you have nothing to do tomorrow morning, you wake up at 11 o'clock, it is so fun going down and watching the other athletes that we don't watch much. We talk a lot about basketball, but great athletes in wrestling and great teams.
Inbound. Is it touched by the Tigers? Let's see. No, it's last touched by the Eagles.
And I'll just finish that thought. Mosey Barnes has done a great job at Arsenal Tech, not only with the wrestling, but with the
one of the best
Alliance.
in the state with organizing events.
Oh, my goodness. Good job. He's probably watching tonight because, he watches IndianaSRN.
Tigers almost turned it over on back-to-back inbound attempts. Foul's going to go against Cobb. Brown, first free throw good. We'll give credit to the Tigers. They haven't hit all their free throws in this quarter, but they've hit them when they needed to.
They're going to go 11-5 on the season. That's pretty impressive. they play a very tough schedule.
A gutsy schedule, but that's the schedule I like to see. We talk about it all the time, Coach. If you're not scheduling the best competition you can, prepare your program for that second season. You're doing a disservice to your kids and to your team. Got to get yourself ready for the postseason.
And now what Heritage has to do is get ready for Park Tudor.
Belt, catch and shoot three. Off the mark. Cobb the rebound. He'll try a triple. That one's long. Rebound Humphrey Jr. And the Eagles will give one more foul for good measure, but this one's safely in the cooler for Tindley. Tindley fans that made the trip, chants are loud.
Yeah, they are very loud. I tell you what, have you been in there, Jim?
I've not, no.
It's probably one of the smallest gyms in the state of Indiana, but they fill it up. It is fun, great atmosphere.
Well, if they have volume like they do here at Heritage, then I can only imagine what it's like in normal conditions.
In my
at
coaching
Tindley.
career, I played there 5 times. I only won 1 game there.
Escaped with 1 victory. 81-70. Free throws knocked down. Final 20 seconds. Tipped pass. Last touched by the Tigers. It will stay on this end. Eagles will fall to 6-4 on the year. Colvin rises, fires. Off the mark. Rebound won by Humphrey Jr. Foul committed by Jack Belt. We'll shoot some more free throws. .38 on the night for Miles Colvin. Foul is on Jack Belt, his 5th. He's fouled out of the game.
I think that was a little bit of a frustration foul there.
Could have been.
So now you just, if you're Heritage Christian, you got to regroup. You got to have some shoot-arounds tomorrow and get ready to play on Monday.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe myself and you were on the call of that one.
I do believe you're correct.
Park Tudor and Heritage Christian.
Talked to Coach Adams today. Looking forward to that.
Panthers 4-6 on the year.
How about that story? Has not had a home game all year.
That's wild. Miles, long 3. A lot of contact there. They let it play on. And that'll end the ball game. 83-70. We mentioned it was at one point a 4-point game at 66-62. After that, 17-8. The Tigers close the ball game. Coach, some final thoughts starting first with the victorious Tindley Tigers.
They came in and they did what they wanted to do. They made a fast-paced game up and down the floor. They shot the ball very well. Humphrey's very impressive. Indoor play, the communication skills that he had with those guards. I mean, they scored 8 points on that play alone tonight. For Heritage Christian, you go back, you're 6-4. You got to look at the turnovers. The turnover rate is the one that really hurt you. Late in the game, you're within 4, and you turn the ball over to 4 out of 5 times down the floor. And really, the quick shots did affect them late in the third quarter. I thought really missed some shots that they should have really played.
Again, we mentioned the Eagles fall to 6-4 on the season. Meanwhile, the Tigers improved to 11-5 on the year. Tigers will next be in action when they take on Brownsburg on the road on February 4th. And Coach mentioned on February 1st, that's on Monday, he and I will have the call of the Eagles against Park Tudor. They fall to 6-4 on the year. I want to remind you here at IndianaSRN that unlike most broadcasters, our funding comes primarily from donations and school subscriptions. So please help us put more kids on TV by contacting us with an email. That's at coach@IndianaSRN.org. Or you can just hit that donate button on the website at IndianaSRN.org. IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game. Again, the final in this one, the Tindley Tigers defeat the Heritage Christian Eagles 83-70. Want to thank Jerry, Chance, and the coach for all their hard work as always. And for our entire staff and crew, I'm Jimmy Cook. Again, the final, Tindley 83, Heritage Christian 70. And until we talk to you tomorrow for a full slate of games, basketball and wrestling alike, so long, everybody.